Okay, good luck keeping up with this over time. So, to start off with, I wanted to be publicly known. I wasn't going to um, make an announcement about it, and I'm still not going to make an announcement about it, not in a text channel or anything like that where it can be screenshotted. You're welcome to clip this, you're welcome to spread it, it's whatever, it's fine. But the DMCAs will be continuing against Toastmage as of the Easter holidays of this year. The agreement that we had with Toastmagers has been violated, in which our agreement stated that neither group shall have each other blacklisted, and as a result, um, Toastmagers GRUP, which he holds ownership of, has got us blacklisted, which we all know, or those of you who keep up with Toastmagers even the slightest bit, is the only ally of the GRUP, or at least the only active ally of the GRUP, which means that only Toastmagers members are going to be in the GRUP. This means that essentially the blacklist that GRUP has on us is pretty much the exact same as him having his main group blacklist us instead. And we've tried to settle it peacefully. And we reached out to Toastmage, and we attempted to reach out to GRUP themselves, and both have rejected the blacklist removal. Toastmage saying that he would try his best and never getting back to us on it. Quite frankly, it is very, very clear and evident that this is just a loophole for the agreement that we had. So, now that we have saved all of the meshes that, were the only incentive for us to accept the truce between the two groups, now that we've got them saved, there is literally nothing holding us back from just issuing a shadow ban and a blacklist for all of the Toastmage members. We will lose some people, of course, but then again, it's people's choice whether or not they want to work for a group that doesn't have a site, or if they want to work at a group that does have a site. And on top of that, I am communicating with an 120,000 member group at the moment, and we are pulling over hundreds of members from that group to fill in the blank positions that we are going to have. And of course, the the game itself, Omega, has been a bit delayed in the updates because, once again, it's exam time, which is why I'm saying that the time of return for our foundation, the same as the DMCAs will be issued, will be Easter time. There will be no DMCA war. If you had seen what happened during Christmas, we left Toastmage without a site for the whole of Christmas. And that is the only reason that Toastmage wanted a truce between the two groups, is because, quite frankly, he knew that I'd be able to mass spam him with DMCAs that would last him a month at a time. No, he was forced to upload a copy onto a Roblox profile, which was only active occasionally, but nowhere near the amount of activity that he gets on the main group. So it would force his group to die out slowly until he has his own original site, which will fail. It will have some hype and activity for a bit, and then the nostalgia will wear off for those members who were there purely for Omega Legacy, and he will lose everything. So, overall, that will be Toastmagers group completely gone during the Easter holidays and onwards, where we will spam the DMCAs with a team. And myself, it only takes a couple of minutes to use a DMCA, to create a DMCA. There is no reason to necessarily hate them. It's just an agreement has been violated, and there is no benefit from us continuing the agreement any longer since it has been violated. And therefore, I will be continuing forward with what we were doing beforehand. On top of this, didn't he mess over Parriot? This is true. The whole reason that the rebellion happened and that Toastmagers ended up going to Toastmagers group is because a developer, Toastmage, went rogue with a bunch of others, and they took many people with them and offered Game Pass transfers. And with these Game Pass transfers, they were able to get all of the departments and the department Discord servers and all of this stuff, all of the most important factors to the group, and they were able to transfer it all over to a new group. Their issue was with Parriott, and as soon as I took over ownership, the, I guess, rebellion phase that they had with their group should have ended right then and there. They should not have continued using Area Omega, but they did anyway. And the way that I see it, even if we stop them from using Omega from now on, they should just be appreciative and grateful for the fact that they've made as much money as they have off of Omega in the first place, considering they should have never had it in the first place. So the fact that they've ran it for over a year now and they've made as much profit as they likely have off of the game, and they've had as much success with Omega as they have over this year, they should just be appreciative of that. So when it goes down, just remember, they have been paid more than their money's worth for all of the development that they did over those years. So if they tried to use the excuse that, they got scammed by Parriott and Swift, it doesn't apply anymore because they've had over a year of running an active Omega copy where they've made all of their money back. And Postmage made a bunch of USD deals behind Parriott's back as well. So they've been fully compensated for, and we are completely justified in what we're about to do. There will be no public announcement made about it through text or anything like that. We're just going to issue a shadow ban and a row Wi-Fi blacklist for their group. And anybody that we lose will just be replaced with all of the people that I'm transferring from the 120k group time over time. So, and whoever said I should wait, this is not going to be happening until Easter, so technically I am waiting. There is no use or benefit in me doing it at the moment. They will have until the Easter holidays, which you can search up online if you don't know the UK Easter holiday period, but it lasts 2 weeks, which means I'll be able to be perfectly active with this community, and that's fine. That's pretty much all on that front. We've got plenty of time to prepare for that. The blacklist will stop any drama from happening inside of the server itself. And that's pretty much it. There is no specific benefit I'm looking for from taking down the game, aside from obviously just being the rightful full owner of Omega. I'm not looking for any activity benefit or anything like that. It's just simply that's possible. However, overall, the owner of the GRUP is Toastmage, and our agreement has been violated, and therefore we will not be continuing it any further. There is no point in him using the excuse that he doesn't technically own the group, but he owns the group. What does that even mean? He made an agreement with us, and he should have stuck to it instead of loopholing it with a GRUP. I mean, 2,200 members. You know how many of those are probably going to be in Toastmage's group? Quite a few. Yes, and the holder account caused a mental riot in the genre. I don't think I really care about the genre itself anymore. My responsibility isn't the genre. My responsibility is you guys. The genre has been shitting on me for years for shit that I never did, and BlueCon X only just recently took back all of his accusations against me, calling himself, calling himself out and taking accountability for his fake pedo accusations, which SCPF still use against me. They don't deserve for anything but riots inside of the groups that do that. This SCPF will be my priority. I do not give a shit about what the others think. We will overtake the competition and they will have no choice but to make peace with our group. That's the way that we're going to run it. It's pretty simple to make the group active. We've done it plenty of times, and I've proven that we can get this group active any day of the week that I'm actually able to be active. But there is no point in me half running this group, being like in exams and everything like that. I'm not going to be active up until the Easter holidays, which is why everything is going to be resumed during the Easter holidays specifically, because I'll have 2 weeks off where I can just unconditionally put all of my full efforts into this group. Um, it won't be an issue. Activity won't be an issue. It's just A, we've got to get the site fixed. B, I've got to have time outside of exams where I can actually be active and set up the group properly. And that's it. And yeah, 30 to 40 players has been no problem during the times where we've actually been able to run the group. We had a period where it was like, 2 or 3 weeks straight of just 30, 40 players, I think some days 50. And the O5 Council was hyped on every single last one of the days. That was pretty good for us. And we can bring it back to that. It just requires me not to be dead. I need to be able to get the group to sustain itself without me being necessary. Because let's face it, when I'm active inside of the VCs and stuff, and when the community starts joining the VCs starts stacking up. And then everyone's like fucking engaged and playing random games and like talking and having fun and shit, right? Whereas if you take me out of that, the voice calls mostly just end up staying dead. We need people who can replace me. Not just the O5 Council, but we need fresh side directors. We need level 4s who know what they're doing. We need level 4s who can actually be dedicated and active. Level 3s and stuff like that. Like, we need the best people possible, people who are willing to put in that extra effort to engage with the community and not just their department. And hopefully we'll get that. But nonetheless, there are some active people that I'm transferring over here. In fact, let me invite a couple. So you'll see one person called Maya join the Discord server in a second. As soon as she accepts my offer, she will be inside of this Discord server. Let's invite another one of the people. I mean, realistically, you're choosing it when you're deciding on what Omega to be a part of. I imagine that a lot of the Toast members will be staying in Toasts because they're going to be under the delusion that it's going to end up like last time, where like I issue a DMCA and then they like refute the DMCA or something like that, and then the game comes back and then we just don't touch them for a while. Whereas I'm going to do exactly what we did during Christmas, where the game went offline for a month, and I'm just going to keep doing that every single time. And I did make a slip up last time during the Christmas time where, because I thought it would be funny, I used the Game Pass icons from the other game because they were technically using our gun models. So I thought, this will be fun. And then I had to counter notice those, but turns out because of the agreement that we made, I was able to get the DMCA revoked anyway. So that caused us a bit of a Game Pass icon struggle for a little bit. Transfers from the other Omega be open to here? Possibly, possibly not. I don't know. I'm not sure is the answer. I need to think about that. Clone yourself to be active in VC and Omega. I wish. Yeah, that's exactly what I told you that he said. He owns it, but he doesn't own it, is what he said. But it's still a loophole, whether it's his choice or not. The agreement stands. The agreement stands that the blacklist between the two groups should have been lifted, and instead it's been loopholed by getting a group that's primarily his player base to keep the blacklist on me. But either way, there is literally no disadvantage for us. The only reason we accepted the alliance was because we got the meshes back. And as soon as we got the meshes back, we saved a copy of every single last mesh, which means officially there is no other benefit left for us to maintain like this any longer. Combat system. Many people want a new combat system instead of RCL with 5k overpowered guns. I don't know what you mean by revamp combat system. I believe that RCL is the one that the group primarily wants to keep. Um, if it was my choice, I would have turned Omega um, into an R15 like over the shoulder gun system group, but it's not up to me, it's up to the community, and the community wants RCL, so we are sticking with R6 RCL. And I've always said that for as long as the community wants R6, I will keep it that way. Can we balance the guns more then? Gun balancing can happen, yep. That's not going to be my responsibility, that will be up to the development team, who I will be forcing to get involved again once we come back in Easter. Right now there is no point. Jesus Christ, Maya, where are you? Did she join and I just have no idea? Holy shit, wake up. Hmm. Okay. Well, hmm. Anyway, yeah. So there's about 50 confirmations so far of people that I will be able to transfer over to this group. They are from another military group. However, they are not from the SCP genre. And one of the selling points of them coming here is the fact that instead of guarding a red line, they will actually have an objective to playing these crappy types of games. Instead of just a red line, you get SCPs in the mix. I remember when I transferred from the Grenadier Guards group and like genre over to SCP, and it was incredible. The idea of guarding a red line, but also having an objective to guarding the red line. Like, it was such a great development from Grenadier Guards genre. A replacement of command members who aren't active? Yeah, there, of course. I always have done. The O5 Council has a bit of leniency right now on demotions, considering that what's it called? Considering that the game isn't like fully functional at this precise moment. But I'm not sure how many of you were able to test out the game over the course of like the last 24 hours, but it's been decided that there is a different version of Omega that is going to be used for Redux, which is going to have a bit of a development on the CDC, utilizing a mining system underground, a more improved solitary confinement. I will actually stream it to you. I want you to ignore most of the CDC, since I will be converting a lot of it back into the legacy CDC. But in terms of the mining system and the underground, like mines, cave, etc., you should expect all of that to be exactly the same. The mines will be the same. A copy of Paphos Mining. I was unaware that Paphos had mining, but it is not a copy. It's actually inspired by Nova Corporation, which I believe has done it for longer. Player GUI dot menu UI remove. I don't know if it's called that, but what one is it? Go with players metably player GUI menu UI. What is it called? Help. Um Hmm. I know you're able to play the game because you don't have the new Roblox update where they've changed the top bar up there. Um, but because I have got the update, it does not want to work for me. Holy shit! What did they call the menu? If I wait long enough, it might just let me in. Though I plan on making advancements in terms of departments on-site activities instead of just CDs, right? Combatives fight back, SCP breach, civil sit and breach shelter, and MTF try and recontain. There will be a lot of updates in terms of the reactor. Um, the reactor system will become a new selling point for the game, where instead of it just displaying some boring text message when the reactor explodes, I intend on having a full site like actual meltdown effect. If you've ever played Innovation Inc., one of the selling points of their game is that the reactor malfunctions, and then the whole entire facility just starts blowing up around the player, and the player has to like evacuate to a shelter, and then there's a cutscene that happens at the end. That's what I want for our reactor system. Because if we had that as a selling point where instead of hostiles just coming in, breaching SCPs or killing players or capturing a terminal, imagine if the Chaos Insurgency could hack our reactor core and like essentially take the reactor core system hostage and detonate the reactor or like make the reactor explode, triggering like a required like evacuation of all of our personnel. That would be a lot more interesting than just SCPs and stuff like that being breached. Blah blah blah. Did you just ping the wrong metably? You fucking idiot. On purpose. Aha. Okay. Why is Arc47A pinging me? Oh, okay. Greetings, I'm Intelligence Agent RRT2611 from Intelligence Services. I'm contacting you today regarding a case against you. What have I got against me this time? Who'd I touch? God damn it. No, it's not against Rapid Response Team. The guy's username is RRT2611. Let's see. Let's see how to do mini raids with 5 to 10 personnel, which doesn't need an entire raid. How the fuck did I die in the game? What the fuck? How the fuck did I get it? What? How the fuck did I get infected? Wait, the disease Osiris has been detected. How am I still... Help. The mainframe is see I can have maybe. Terminal system. I believe that we have that. I believe that we have this. We have a terminal system. Yeah. All of the terminals are like connected to the walls. It's okay. Alright, I'm gonna quickly make a fix for this main menu. Or at least I'm gonna find out what's triggering the main menu to be so autistic. I'm just gonna delete it from my screen. I just need to find out what the name of it is. Oh my lord. Taking its time. Okay, right. Menu. Yeah, it's menu UI. The fuck? What the fuck? Am I removing the wrong UI? I don't get it. I'm very, very confused. Let's take a look. Menu UI. That is correct. That is not what I meant. Let you speak on stage.
Hi guys, I'm just here to tell you that Doggo, you're a brain rot guy with a skibidi toilet in your mind. You need to fix yourself. You have family issues. Whenever I go in VC, I always hear you start eating sound like you do eating sound. Whenever you go in a VC, you eat Doritos or something. You have no manners. I hate you, but don't harm yourself. You're still a valuable member for this community. Yeah, that's it. By the way, we winning this scrim, guys. That was what I wanted to say, metably. Also, can we have our department role? Thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you for that awesome contribution. Oh man, I actually just don't know what's wrong anymore. I am literally deleting every single instance inside of the player's GUI, and there's nothing there to delete anymore. I don't know. I know how to fix it, but it requires coding, and then that requires me restarting, and I just don't have the time or patience to do that on a stream right now, nor does anyone want to wait around for that. But take my word for it, the mining system is great. Kind of. But you'll see the updates published up soon. In the meantime, farewell, everybody. Feel free to propose it in the chat. Goodbye.